Peers of Aegon III. Chapter 3, being a tale of Eddorias the Steadfast and his acts of bravery. Of all of Aegon's companions, the man known as Eddorias was most loyal. He served as Amalur to Aegon for many years, and was a dependable and constant guardian of the High Commander. He was forever at Aegon's side, ready to render his aid in every manner. His mind was keen and his intellect unmatched. He was a skilled man-at-arms, as proficient with the instruments of war as any of the Firstsworn. He was a kind and gentle husband and father, and a generous lord of the Almain court. He honestly sounds too good to be true. He probably died horribly. His patience was renowned throughout the kingdom, and his feats of strength famous to all. Despite this, Eddorias was a good and humble knight. He dutifully followed Mefaru's path and broke his fast with prayer each morn. Eddorias was the son of Grafhelm of Ederton and Sylvia Arcon. He was much like his father in countenance, and bore the dignity of his mother in his noble composure. At an early age he was named squire to the Lord Eochas, and was rewarded with knighthood after but 20 winters. This most valiant warrior was not content with title nor fame and glory. He wished to combat the evils that plague our land, and so set forth to the Feylands, to fight the Nescaro by the side of Aegon. It is said that Eddorias was not content in defeating weaker Nescaro, that he yearned for more. He studied the ways of the more powerful demons, those known by name, Toraxor, Sardaukar, Baelor. Under the tutelage of Aemon, he learned the weakness and vulnerabilities of these lieutenants of chaos, and trained his martial skill to combat them directly. He grappled the giants of the Volan tundra and the terrible beasts of Cluricon. He broke the teeth of Naros, toppled the mountains of Sotiris, and bathed in the fires of Aeoth. It was in Aegon's defense that Eddorias proved his might. The foul and wretched demon known as Toraxor, surrounded by his minions, attacked the High Commander on the battlefield. Loyal Eddorias, knowing full well the peril at hand, dove between his lord and the greater Nescaro. With tremendous swings of his blade he slew the great beast. All that remained of Toraxor was ash, as its foul soul retreated into the ether of the arcane veil. For his gallantry, Eddorias was named Amaldur, the steward and second champion of the Warsworn, and slayer of the greater Nescaro. And judging by the lack of a horrible end story, he apparently lived to a happy old age and died in his bed, surrounded by his loved ones. So good for him.
What have we here?
Letter to Selfred. Who is Selfred? Oda. Oda, you must accept my profound apologies and allow me to explain. I am well aware that you have written 2 seasons running, asking for an additional pledge shield, and I am remiss for failing to provide. But understand that the pledge shields we promote these days are not of the same training, or, I am afraid to confess, quality as those you are used to. They are truly soldiers, prepared for the war on the front, and not the duties, harsher duties, that they would face in the tier. In the first season I held out hope for a truly remarkable pledge shield, but none appeared. In the second season there were 2 worthy candidates. Alas, one dishonored himself, and the other, I am afraid to say, fell in a surprise ambush of freemen in eastern Candrian. Sworn to war, Tyne Delphric. Okay, so things are not going well over here. Can only be opened with a proper key. Got it. Let's make sure while we're here and we can sell stuff, we're gonna sort out what we have. These blades can go. This scepter can go. Armor. Hang on. 119 plus 24, 95, and then plus 8% armor. This is actually better. Oof. Yeah, this, you see, for example, this says 80 and then plus 24 armor, but then this plus 10% armor bonus applies to our entire armor, not just the legs, and that's how you end up with a lower armor value by picking the higher armor. Gonna get rid of this. And this. Nah. I keep what we have. Gonna keep the face walk portion. But this stuff can all go. Items. Do we have anything here that we can get rid of? Bones. Invoices. Invoice. Apparently not. Okay. Skull. The relic is a quest item, so we can't get rid of that.
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not. In battle, oh, it's a wondrous tale of how Haldabeer slew his foe. I'd tell, but I don't think I could do it justice.
I don't even want to know how much gel went into this beard. Like,
Repair the sword? Not likely. There's one man living who can, and he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the hermit smith yourself, up in the Minotaur Heights. But don't expect much. Mind you, I said he could mend that blade. I never said he would. But if you think you can just alter fate, seek him in the Minotaur Heights, due south and west of here.
alright.
Master Braskin took me in, being an orphan and found by the war swan and all. He let me live here, began to train me in the craft. Well, don't expect anything remarkable, or even decent. Show me what's broken, and I'll see what I can do. Which isn't much.
Poor thing.
A hero's sword. Like its owner, it fought and died in glory on the battlefield. Just as I'll die miserably behind this forge.
Can we please find somebody to actually train this guy?
Dinwell's his name. Word has it he grew bitter of all mortal kind at the start of the war. But I wouldn't know. I've never talked to him. Master Braskin, yes. I'd endure every drunken lashing I knew if it meant I could learn blacksmithing right and proper.
Okay, so Master Braskin was a bit of an asshole.
Been good to me since the day they found me. Tucked in among stolen sacks of grain.
Okay, let's see. You know what? Repair all. Thank you.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do. The old blacksmith died 3 moons ago. Gavroche is... That boy's barely trained. What do you expect?
That boy looks like he's in his 30s.
It's a hard, dangerous place.
At least.
Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below. They've always lived in the heights of Menethir, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must. They're the newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns. That's me. I'll sell you what you need, and if you need a blacksmith, well, what we've got for one's over there. If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're war-sworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're war-sworn.
Let me sell all my junk and let me see if she actually has lockpicks. She doesn't. Okay. Right, did we miss anything? Oh, what's this area?
The heights of Menethir are thick with Jotun.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if we can actually get down there. I don't think we can. But it wouldn't make sense for the programmers to put this in if there wasn't something down there.
Pledge shield.
Oh well, let's go. Got a bunch of new quests. And still a bunch more to explore over here.
Dust, dents, and scars.
Nice ambush, guys. But here we go.
The carver made by the morning what takes the cycles centuries to shape. He bored holes in the red marches and chiseled the spine in the Ulcerund. Echoes rang through the canyons of Menethir. He gouged the hollow lands and then left it barren.
Okay, this is the one that leads back up to the other area. We're gonna go through here really quickly. Just to see what loot we can pick up here. Oh, we do need spiders. Done. Sadly, none of the items that we need for the task. Alright, let's go. Okay, now we're back in this area, which we've already explored, so we're going back. And we're picking up this other quest that's just outside of here.
Greetings. What, you surely ask, is such a well-heeled Praetorian doing here among the dust and brambles? Removing the tarnish for my name and solving the Jotun problem.
What is the Jotun problem?
The old Ragnar has died, and his successor is stirring the embers of war. But he's too clever to openly provoke the war sworn, so he's attacking gnomes instead. That will not stand. I have a plan to settle this, but it requires someone of both delicacy and grit. Priest, apothecary, and spiritual guide to Jotunkind. The old Ragnar ruled all the Jotun in these heights and the mountains beyond. If this upstart stirs all of them to war, things could go badly for everyone. Yes, I think you do. First, we must find some new and better enemies for the Jotun. Go into Tyrskotter Mine, southeast of here, and steal the clan totem from the kobolds that dwell there. Then return to me. To reclaim it, the kobolds will fight to the death, and as for the Jotun, well, one thing at a time. There's a good deal to be said about them. None of it nice. You hear tales now and then of Jotun guards and Jotun soldiers. I'll believe that when I see it. Brutes! Tyrskotter Mine is full of the little filchers. If you ask me, they're worse than the Jotun. Grand to behold, but lousy with Jotun and spiders and gods know what else. Makes me think the Warsworn put their blasted keep here out of sheer bloody spite. Overlooked. Ignored. Once I've settled this Jotun problem, my Praetorian friends will be humming a different tune. I am, you see, ranked Decanus. That is above Auxiliary, where I serve my time, and beneath Centurion, which is where I belong.
None of which tells me anything. Like, that's just complete and utter, like, nonsense that you're talking to me.
It seems the old Ragnar had some wisdom in that slab of a skull. Kept a shrewd balance between infighting and angering his neighbors. But now he's dead, and the new Ragnar fancies the warpath. But that won't be good for anyone. We'll never know if the mine collapsed because of the kobolds, or if the kobolds got in because of the collapse. Either way, it's theirs now. Their keep is hard to miss. It sits on Menethir like an Ectin on a pile of bones.
Alright. Tyrskotter... Where was Tyrskotter Mine? Oh, down there. Okay. Well, further south we go. Black Horse. Always need more of that. And there goes that problem. This looks like more spiders. Oh. Nearly jump scared me. Bad, spider, bad. Finally got one of those spider stingers we need. Hello, what do we have over here? The Hall of the First Swarm. Oh! So this is like Old War Swarm territory. I have a feeling we're gonna need to go here at some point. It's making that noise. Can we actually go in here yet? Yes, we can. I don't think we need to be here yet.